Welcome back guys to the fifth video of my database management system question video series, and here today we are going to discuss the fifth question as I said. Now in this question we are going to use our favorite software, which is the HeidiSQL database management system. So in this database management system we are going to design a new database which is called New Vision Academy according to the question. Now I am first going to explain you the question, then I am going to approach to the answer. Okay. Question set 5, this is the fifth question. The board of directors of New Vision Academy has decided to computerize the information of all the teachers in the education institute. It is an education institute, and the board of directors of this institute has decided to computerize all the information of the teachers, of all the personal details of the teacher. The software is being developed by Taraka Software Solution. Assuming that you are working as a senior software engineer in this company, and you are assigned to create a database for this system, for this software. Creating a database, and you are asked to create the database according to the instructions given. So these instructions are in the form of questions we must do. Okay. Now in this question we are first assigned to create a database called New Vision Academy. Okay. Now our first target is creating a database called New Vision Academy. Okay. Now just go on right here and then right click on it and then create new database. Okay. And I'm just going to enter New Vision Academy. New Vision Academy is the name of the database. Yeah, New Vision Academy. So I'm just going to it already has a database called New Vision Academy. Just remove that. I'm just going to drop it means I'm going to remove it from the system, and I'm just going to go on with the process again. So my database name is New Vision Academy. New Vision Academy. So my New Vision Academy database consists of tables. So I have completed the first part of the question. It says to create the database called New Vision Academy, and the next part is this software has a table called teacher, and we are asked to design that table. Okay. So I'll just split the screen like this, so it's easy for me to do the question. So I'm just going to right click on this and select create a new table. Okay. Now my first column is selecting the teacher registration number, teacher reg number in short, teacher reg number, then I'm going to select part. So my character length is about 10. Here it says to mention the character length as 10. Okay. So for the security of the system, I am going to apply a primary key here. Using a primary key, I have explained earlier. If you use a primary key, the data is not repeated once you enter. Now, if the same teacher registers twice, the second registration is omitted. That's the theory behind the primary key. And after one registration, I am going to so since I can't apply auto increment here, I am just going to select the data type as int. A little difference in this question, so I can select auto increment here. So once you click on auto increment, every registration is numbered according to the number system. So once you add another column, it automatically becomes 2. So my next column is first name. Next column is first name. Then the data type, now we have to change it as Vacha again, and the character length is 45. So a default value, I am not going to give any default value. I'll just mention no default value. So you can't skip this column. It is compulsory to enter data into this column. Okay. So my next column, I am going to name it as last name, and with the character length of still 45 and no default value. Okay. Next I am going to mention the gender, and the character length is about 10 with the same data type. Next I mention the contact number column, and last I am going to mention the email column. Okay. This is the format of the table I am going to design. So I just mentioned the name of the table here, then I am going to save these settings. So it takes a while for this table to be formed here. I'm just going to click on this table right here and see whether the data is correctly mentioned. It has teacher registration number, first name, last name, gender, contact number and email according to the question. So the next part of the question is the tough part. Here we have to enter the details of the question. So now when you are entering the details according to this question, I am going to introduce a new method called the SQL query method. So what we do is we use SQL queries, SQL language, to give commands to this database to tell what we need to do. So basically, since I did a little mistake here, now here, since the registration number not only have integers, it has letters also, I think I have to mention this as Vacha again. And if you select Vacha here, you have to select it as no default. And again I am going to save the table. Okay, so again it says there's an error occurred in the application, so I'm going to restart the application. So once you get those type of errors, and when you try to redo the whole process, it says there's an error occurred in the application, so you have to repeat the process. That means if there are many things when you try to correct an error which you made in the database, if you try to correct it, sometimes it gives these type of error messages. So this is my table: teacher registration number, first name, last name, gender, contact number and emails. Okay. Then what I have to do is to enter these details. As I told you, I am going to use SQL query method. SQL is a language which we use to communicate with the database management system. Now once you tell what to do to the database management system, it understands only the language SQL. So we must give the details from this language. So I'll just have to give the details in the same way. Okay. Now I just have to open this HeidiSQL, and it has a special column to enter these details. So I'm just going to enter my first query. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one query, then repeat it 10 times because we have 10 entries. Using one entry we can replace all the values. Okay, so first step, we are going to insert the values. So this is SQL language. Okay, insert into our database is new Vision Academy. Then we put a dot to mention that it is inside the new Vision Academy database. Then click on teacher. Then we must enter values. So when you are entering values, we must follow this format: bracket, values, bracket, then put a semicolon. Then we must mention the columns here. Our first column is teacher reg number. Then our second column is first name, and our third is last name. Space. Our fourth column is gender. And our next column is contact number. And our last column is email. Now we have to give the details. I'm going to leave some spaces for that. So you separate those values with these marks. So our first entry is this. This is our first entry. Tech _001. Then first name is Kamara. Then last name is Mallava. Then the gender of him is male. Then the contact number is, this is the contact number. Now this is his email address. Okay, I'm going to split the screen like this so it is easy for me to write the queries. Okay. I just write the queries like this. So my first value is tech _001. Then my next value is Kamara. Next value is Mallava. Then his gender is male. So this is misplaced. Okay. Then my next. Then his contact number is 07107 51211. Okay. Now we must mention another value here. I forgot to mention that email. This is the email. This is where you enter the email. As the email, we are going to enter his email. His email is kumara@gmail.com. Okay. Now once you click on this to run the query, so it runs the query, and once you go to check the table, it won't have anything, but once you refresh it, it will have these details just as in the table. So what I did was I wrote a query to tell the database management system to enter these details onto this table. So that's exactly what the table did, but you have to mention the instructions in SQL format. So I'm going to enter my second query like that. So the columns are still the same, but the values are different. The take number is 5, then the name is Champika this time. And the first and the last name is Perera. And he is a female, Champika, that means it's Champika, sorry. Okay, and his contact number is 07711505522. Then her email is champika@gmail.com. Okay, so I'll just run this query again. So once you check on that, again also we have the row to that SQL query also. So I'll just move on to the next one. The next value is take 6 Menaka Patila. She's a female and 07788879422. menaka.93@gmail.com. So I'll just run that query also, so it gives us the details like that. So I'll just move on to the next one. So I'll just have to enter all these as SQL queries, but you can manually input them using the table also. But since I'm going to explain you how the query works, I'm just going to enter the details like this. So the tech number is 007. Then the next name is Kamal. Then his last name is Gunasinghe. Then his contact number is 078222556. Now his email is it's a little bit long. It's kamal.gunasinghe@gmail.com. Okay, so I'll just have to click on here, run, and here we go. Here we have the next query, next row. From the query we have entered, it builds up the next row for the table. Okay. The next one, take 010. Take 010. Then the name of this guy is Jude, and his surname is Jude Silva. Jude Silva, and his contact number is 077180145, and his email is silva gmail.com. So once I enter that query also, it has been entered here. So my next value is 011 tech underscore 011 and her name is Harshani. And his name is Disana. And she's a female. And her mobile number is 07415 04 42 and 2. And her email address is harshani93@gmail.com. Another four queries to enter, so let's go. So our next entry is 0 0 1 2, then his name is Sachitra, and his last name or surname is Vikramasi. And she's a female. I thought he was a male that time. I was confused by his name. Now here his mobile name is 077 150 and 223. Okay. So we have an email to enter here. So sorry, it's a she. The email is sachivic93@gmail.com. Here's spelling this one. That's sachivic@gmail.com. Okay, I'll just run this query here. So as you can see, the next entry is being established. Since the registration ID is unique, you won't repeat the rows again and again. And the next entry, click 020. These numbers are all random, so you won't get the same number. I was expecting like 001, 002, 003. It isn't like that. So all the teacher administrations are like random. They're all random. So this guy's her name is Lahiruni, and her surname is Karunaratne. And she's a female, and 07105 her phone number and 12317. These are not real phone numbers, so you won't get any answers once you call them. So and the last Gmail is lahiruni@yahoo.com. Sorry. yahoo.com. So I'm just going to run this one also. So as you can see, the next entry also has been established. Take 0020 Lahibuni Kauna. The next one, zero 35. He's a male. His name is Kalana. Yes, spelling is right. And his surname is Ratna. And his name. Those type of names are obvious. They are males. 077 480 4546, and his email is, even these emails are fake, you won't get any replies from these emails. That entry, and the final entry, sigh of relief. Okay, take 045, then his name is Tilina, and his surname is Rajapaksha. And his mobile number is 077 5110 452, and his email is tilina.rajapaksha@gmail.com. So this is the single query I used to enter all these details. So that's that. We have 10 entries. So that's how you enter details using a query. Simply we use the query insert into the database name dot the table. Then you open a bracket, then write values, then open another bracket. In the left bracket you enter the columns you need, then in the right bracket you enter the values which are relevant, which are respective to the respective columns. That's how you enter details like this using SQL query. You can manually do it, but in order to introduce the SQL language to you guys, I just explained SQL using SQL queries to enter data according to database tables. Okay. So until we meet